to this computer. All right, we good. So when when it goes back and how they're talking about the situation, it's like it's more so of a fear thing. But I thought we're not supposed to fear no one.
Yes.
So I'm just saying, hey, when we come on these panels and we're talking as men, I just want men to be completely transparent about how they're feeling, because that is what is messing up our generation right now. We fronting because women in the room. Oh, my wife. Whenever I know, tell that talk. You want the little plats on the back. You know what I'm saying? Because you're saying the little buzzwords that gets the crowd aroused, opposed to just keeping 100. Hey man, you know what? When I do see these women, I see I see all that stuff. It does do something to me. But because I'm a man, I'm not going to allow that to control me, and I'm gonna control my urges so I don't make a dumb mistake like I did back in the youth when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? I've gotten to a certain age, I'm matured enough, and now I'm this man, and those things don't bother me as they used to anymore because I'm in control. And I love my wife because she does X, Y, and Z, and me taking that risk just for the cheap thrill is not worth it. I can go in the bathroom and rub one out in 5 minutes and be like, whoo, and just save my whole relationship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Keep it a buck. That's what someone told me one time. It's just like, hey man, you out here doing this, go to the bathroom. That's it. Run out and come back. All right, cool. Cause that's all it is. You don't really want to be with her. That some people do, but we just, we just had that little urge, tackle the gazelle, handle that, and we good.
Right.
Opposed to like, the whole bit, the religious thing, my God, and saying God cuss control me. How can you pass that on to other people?
I think it's a way of people trying to just avoid accountability when they keep throwing God in there. You know what I'm saying? Because if they do something, they could blame the devil. But like you said, it takes self-discipline.
It does.
That's what I hear you talking. As far as the decisions you make, you use it on discipline alone.
Right.
As well as the love for your wife.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it's just being disciplined. I'm a man of my word. I said I'm gonna be in this relationship, and so I'm gonna honor my word. If I don't want to be here, I'll go ahead and cut ties. But I'm not gonna sit here and be in something pretending to be, happy like a lot of men want us to do coming from that world. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I just think that we need to just look at things and do a SWOT analysis, you know what I'm saying? Just break down the strength, opportunity, weakness. Is this helping me grow? Is this really benefiting me? Excuse me. Is this
right.
Is she helping me be like that thing I sent you? Is she being her best version? Is she helping me to be my best version? Is she pushing me to do good things? Is she, bringing in value to what I already have established? If that's a no, if it's not checking off, why? Why continue to do that to yourself? Oh, because in the Bible, God said a woman that a man that finds a wife finds a good thing, right? See, Ephesians, and they start going through the books and everything like that. I'm just saying, I just don't think that really helps out men like that. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think it's really helping us out. Because we didn't have a lot of this stuff going on. If someone broke it down, I feel, to the way I broke it down. You know what I'm saying? You start battling those urges whenever I see a woman and I get aroused, and my man starts getting standing at attention. Oh my God, devil! That's the devil working. You're gonna be struggling for the rest of your life. Unless you go see some therapists and they try to, take out those images, but what, they take out the wrong image and now you don't get aroused by your wife. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you like what you like, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. I look at it like a diet. You know what I'm saying? When we go on diets, we're supposed to eat. Dr. CB, the blueprints out there, how to lose weight. But sometimes you slip up and go get a burger. you know, because it's right there. Are you a horrible person now?
Right.
Are you a horrible? Are you a backslider? Are you all those things? Because you just said, I mean, I didn't want the vegetables to that one, the burger, because it's convenient, man. It happens. You know what I'm saying? It happens with in weight loss, but when it, you know, equates to relationships, you're the devil. The devil got a hold of me. I was weak. You're all these things. And I just think that it definitely, things like that happen.
You know, those urges, I think we talked about it before. We kind of grew up learning about the science of women. You know, we learned more about their science and their physiology more than we learned about ourselves, you know? And those urges, again, it's almost like a natural instinct. You know what I'm saying? Like it's part of who we are.
Right.
Yeah, you could discipline it, you could try to control it. But you know, just like a woman get her menstrual, her moods might change. And you have to just recognize that's just her moods during that time of the season.
Right.
Now, scientifically, the morning woods that we get, that's our menstrual, but we get it every morning. Every morning.
Right. Oh, since I'm recording this on my thing, hey, it's the Alpha G podcast meeting of the minds here with brother Zire, and soon to be joined in by brother Jay. I forgot recording it. We just got going because the stuff was good. We came in hot. We came in ready to go ahead and throw down.
So he go right there. You just called him in.
Boom.
I just thing pop up. Oh, let me see if he come back up again.
Right.
Just saw it. I just saw it. Hold on. Let's see what's happening. Right. Jumped out and jumped back on. Let's give it a second. Matter of fact, I'm going to make you the host. I'm going to run downstairs. You're just speaking about burgers, man. I got a steak in the oven real quick. I need to go flip that over real quick.
All right, bet.
All right. So I just changed you the host. You might see his name pop up. Give me 1 minute.
All right,
5
no problem.
minutes. 3 minutes.
He said I had me a burger in the oven. Oh, here we go right now. Yo.
Audio. I know, that's what I'm saying, man. Yo, y'all hear me?
I can hear you now, boss.
What's going on, King? Apologies, man.
What's going on, man? You in here now. The little thing was idling for a while. I'm like, what's going on?
Bro, y'all would not believe I have not used this laptop since the last time we did this.
Man.
So when I pulled my laptop out, I had to remember the password and everything. I'm like, golly, I know they're waiting on me, so I was just trying to rush through it.
Oh, you're good, man.
Yeah, man. How you doing, bro?
Great. Amazing.
That's what's
Amazing
up.
like always, man. Amazing like always.
That's what's up. Well, bro.
Oh, he went downstairs. He had something in the oven real quick. He said, give me 1 second. I'm going to jump down.
Right here.
Oh, there you go right there. See, man, I'm about to get a lotto ticket. I said, hey, Jay should be on soon. And then you jump. He said, here he goes right here. And I said, you said, where's he at? I said, he's right back here. He's right here.
Oh, man, what's going on?
You're a prophet.
Jay Boogie was good.
What's up, King? How you doing, man?
Oh man, I'm good, man. This dude was he just reminded me to check on my food, man. He was making a reference about burgers and appetites and women. He done went around in this philosophical breakdown. Please continue, brother Thurston.
Oh man, I forgot where I was at. I know we talked about.
He was talking about the temptations with women.
Oh yeah, so going through the temptations, you know what I'm saying, and I was just saying, like, I just think that it's just a natural feeling, and I think when you start to put things in certain categories, it's kind of hard to deal with it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It makes it hard to, like, you got to go see a doctor for that to try to fix you, but nothing's not wrong with you. This is, like you just said, that is natural.
Right.
That is what's natural. What you get, that you get, a Woody or Rouse. You know what I'm saying? When you see a very attractive woman, or the flagrance, or when she speaks to you, not, and it might not be just on a flirting tip, but when she squeezing by and says, "Excuse me, King." Oh, hey, how you doing, ma'am? Oh, I'm doing good. I love the bees, brother. Oh, hey, I don't know you, you don't know me, but I just like your hair.
Right.
It might do something to you, but it's like, but to say that that's the devil, saying that that's like that made me feel good, like that's the devil. I just think that that's kind of wrong to do and to put on men, because that leaves men battling with themselves. That they think that that's actually the devil when it's actually
But
natural.
what do you think about that, brother Jay? He said he had a conversation earlier with a couple of married brothers, and they was just talking about fighting temptations. One brother was saying it was the devil that was making him look at women, and brother Thurston was talking about just being disciplined. What's your thoughts on that?
That's a great point, man. I agree. Probably as the world's most broken Christian, I often tell brothers, man, that like whatever your faith is, me specifically, I'm a Christian, so I speak from that vantage point.
Yeah.
But whatever your faith is, like, faith doesn't take the world from your view. Like, you got to exercise the self-control, like the brother said, wherever you get it from. For us, like you said, we get it from our faith. You got to exercise the self-control to just be a mature adult. You know what I mean? Because this doesn't only happen to men, but no, I 1,000% agree with him. I 1,000% agree with him.
Yeah, so like I said, I was just going back. It was a room full of a lot of married men. It was actually hosted by a pastor, to tell you the truth. The pastor held the group. And so when everyone was giving a definition, when he asked the question, like, man, that now that we are older, we're in relationships, a lot of us are married, how do you fight the desires to go ahead and look at the sundress and to go ahead and take on this and take on that? And the gentleman that went before me, just gave they talked about their background. So it's a pastor, and they all of them go to the same church. And he's just saying, saying God. I look at God, other dude, hey, saying God, I love my wife. All right, other dude, saying I put my faith in God, or God won't allow me to do that. And then Saul's like, okay. He said, anybody else want to have a stab at it? And I was like, sure, I'll take a stab at it. I'm not speaking from a religious side. I'm speaking just from a man's side. And I just think when you put the, the religious and you throw God in there, you just, it gets a little funny. You know what I'm saying? Because you're trying to dissect and, it's just, like I said, it's just natural. The fact that, when you might smell a certain smell, your hormones get going. It's just natural and it's okay. And so I equated it to art. If you see an attractive woman or a curvy woman, I know we're in relationships. So if you see a woman that we would approach back in our day when we were younger, oh man, she's thick. She got the breast, she got the backside. She got the baby hair on the side like I used to like it. You might feel something starting to rise up in you. But you have a choice now. You know what I'm saying? You can either act on that or you cannot. And then that's it. It's not like the devil's working on me. Nah, it's just natural, man. It's you're attracted to. I think, what I'm saying, it's okay. And for me, for sometimes, instead of me, going through that battle by myself and within myself, I might just say, hey, excuse me, miss, I want to let you know you walk by here, that fragrance that you're wearing, it smells amazing. Oh, thank you. You have a good day.
Some James Bond shit right there.
And that's it. So you're not battling with yourself. Oh, I'm not listen, a man, my woman, she checked me. All those things are going through your head. You know what I'm saying? Just be yourself. Just say, hey, man, miss, that dress that you're wearing, it looks very nice on you. I want you to give that compliment. You have a good day. That's it. You know? Or hey, where'd you get that dress from? Oh, I got over here. Thank you, because I know what, that looks good on you. I might want to get it for my wife. I'm not reading the magazines. I don't flip through Cosmos and everything like that. So I just admire good art when I see it. And I might just go ahead and get that for my wife. That's it. I just think when you try to, you know, when it went from the approach that they came with it, I feel it got complicated. And so when, as men, you know, young, old, and stuff like that, still trying to find ourselves, and when they say the religion thing, you ought to be thinking that's the devil. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the devil's working on me, man. I need to go repent. I need to go pray. Something's going on with me. Lord, Pastor, help me. Like you sinned, you didn't do nothing.
Brother Jay, how what do you feel about cheating and men cheating?
I think, I mean, the brother touching notes, man. Like, I'm just over here watching the master pianist do his thing.
Oh, here you go.
But it's obviously not cool. You know what I mean? It's not okay. I would exaggerate cheating in much the same sense that he was saying that some Christians, or the Christian that he was amongst, was over exaggerating the circumstance. It's ironic, a slight segue. I don't know why they don't know this, brother, and I don't want to seem to talk down on men and women that I don't know, but the Bible itself actually agrees with you. The Bible says that we are led away by our own desires. The Bible doesn't blame it on Satan. The Bible doesn't blame it on God. The Bible itself actually agrees with you. I don't know why they weren't aware of that, but much like he just said that, we over exaggerate things. I really think that out of a sense of egotism, is that the right word? Being egotistical. I think most humans over exaggerate cheating, right? So my philosophy on humanity is that, good or bad, if humans have ever done it, then all humans are capable of it. Therefore, there are a lot of things that some of us would never do, but that doesn't mean we aren't capable of it. And so with cheating, it's the same thing. Especially running TMAS, man, people, and as accountable, as much as I push for women to be accountable, people are surprised to hear me say what I'm about to say to you, man. Cheating has never been a deal breaker for me, bro. I mean, absolutely never, because I just understand that my baby in the room right now, whatever she sees in me, we want to talk about the financial attraction, the spiritual attraction, the physical attraction, the emotion, whatever. I'm not the top of the pyramid in that, you know what I mean? There are men out there more better off financially, spiritually, whatever you want to go. So it's not unthinkable to me that she could be in a situation where she could give in and be weak to that. Now, am I saying I'm co-signing that? No, I'm not. I'm going to be upset. I'm going to have a problem. But I'm just not going to be egotistical and say, hey, man, this is something that you should have never done, because I would never do it. It can happen. The only reason cheating would ever be a deal breaker for me is if it's a perpetual problem. Other than that, it's just one of the things that humans fall into, just like everything else that's unfortunate. That's my opinion.
Now, I guess you were speaking from a sense of, if women cheat, what about men cheating?
Same philosophy. It doesn't change. It doesn't change. But to build on what the brother was saying, though, there's another conversation I have with women. Like, men are always, basically they'll throw out these tangents, and what they're saying, communicating, is men are appreciating my beauty. And I'm always confused by that. Like, I'm not talking about the dudes that get this disrespectful, because we're not going to pretend that there aren't those amongst us. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about, like my brother was just talking about, yo, that's a dope dress you got on. Yeah, I look good today, sis. I ain't trying to be like rude or hurt your feelings, but like, I remember you had that hairstyle. I just think that one fits you better. We haven't sinned. We haven't violated any principles or whatnot. And I think it's on each individual, men included, since that's who you're specifically talking about. You got to know your limits, and you got to know how far you can go. So just don't go too far to get yourself in trouble. But I think God put us here to appreciate all of the beauty of his creation, even when you're talking about men just appreciating the beauty of a woman respectfully. So yeah, it's wrong, but it happens because we're all human, and you gotta repent from that. And by repent, I just mean what the Bible means. You gotta be apologetic for it. You gotta be sorrowful in your heart, and you gotta do everything you can to turn away from that. I also think, as a caveat, I think those are things you should share with your partner beforehand as a man. Like, baby, and that's gonna be testy, because a lot of women would think you cheated if you just say, I'm thinking about it. You know what I mean? But I'm struggling in this area. You my partner. I want to tell you, I need you to hold me up, lift me up, however you do that. So.
Okay, before you exit here, stage left, Jay, I want to piggyback to something because I'm recording this and I always want to give people actionable items. So for the way I just explained it, right, and you agree, what would be an example that, hey, you went too far with that, so they know the difference? If you could just elaborate more on that, please.
Yeah, so I got to speak universally like I do to my TMAS audience, because everybody doesn't believe in Christian principles, so whoever it is, it's just different for all of us, right? I might literally could hang out with my best friend who's a female all day, and I mean, in a house together. She could sleep in one room, I could sleep in another. It's just different for all of us. As a Christian, for me, my limit would be the scriptures tell us to avoid anything that even looks like sin. The translation is avoid even appearance of sin. But for a non-Christian, like, he doesn't have that problem. So you just know when you've gone too far and you're about to do something that violates your conscience or violate yourself or violate those that you love. It's no universal point for every man. You know what I mean? Like, you have to know, you got to surround yourself with people that'll check you and say, hey, bro, whether you realize this or not, I think this is maybe a weakness in your character. No knock, we all have them.
Of course.
Be around men that you could accept that from, and you got to act on that. That's my opinion.
What about you, brother Zire?
You
know, speaking of what we talked about, what would you feel like, hey, you know, what's like, hey, you crossed the line?
Now, me personally, I'm going to go against the grain, and it's not on no religious perspective, but I feel I am a polygynist.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I feel I like to have monogamous relationships with multiple women, and to a point where the women know of each other, and you know, it's not about threesomes and all that other wild stuff and all that other jazz. It's just about having a certain energy, like you mentioned, like your brothers mentioned. You could see a woman and she can carry herself a certain way. You can see her hair a certain way. Or she could just have a certain character,
right?
And you can appreciate it. You know, I remember when I was younger and I used to date a bunch of little different girlfriends, and you know, I had one girlfriend that was she was funny. You know, she could hang out with me and my boys. She'd tell jokes, and there was another female. She was deep. You know, we could sit and have conversations, and it could be a variety, maybe 10 different women. You know, of just different personalities. But yes, you meet that woman who may have 7 to 8 of those perfect ingredients, and you might want to marry her. You know what I'm saying? And just as you may feel like some brothers may cheat because women may approach them, and it might not even be a sexual thing, because as my brother from the TMAS and you, my brother who teach the alpha signs, we have to correct certain men because men aren't moving a certain way. We had these conversations before.
Right.
So now it's about, since there's a lack of that positive alpha male, sigma man energy, king energy, warrior energy, lover energy, shaman energy, man God energy, some women gravitate to that. Now, here's a statistic. A lot of people, I'm gonna throw at you, brothers. I just learned this a little while back. I had to do some research.
Right.
If every able man, black man, right now in this country was to marry a black woman, do you know there would be 2 million black women left? Think of those numbers. That means every man, you can even throw the gay men in there, there will still be 2 million black women left, unaccounted for, unled, unloved, or unprotected, with children. Now, we all know the stories about men creeping around and all that lying shit. I don't do none of that junior high school shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. If I meet a woman and I give her my energy, sometimes she's going to want to stick around. Now, if I meet another woman and I give her that energy, I don't want to sever that positive love that I have with this woman because this woman wants me to be hers and hers alone. Now, some more signs, just as far as the devil in our morning woods, because I don't think my word in the morning is the devil. You know, I don't know what that means. Now, right. Our urges, our our sensibility, our attraction to women is a natural thing. Again, because we get these words every morning. Now, Brother Jay, check it out. I think I had this talk with Thurston. Yeah, you know how a woman can go through her menstrual. She can go through her changes. Sometimes she could be moody. Whatever it is, you just know about her science. And when she goes through her natural changes, and you know, whether the blood comes from her body, she bleeds a lot, bleeds a little, whatever it is, her breast gets sore, whatever it is. Now, us, brother, when we wake up with the wood in the morning, that's our blood, but we don't get to release it. It doesn't exit our body. It just fills our phallus.
Right.
And we don't get to release it. But yet we have those same sense of emotions, whether we want to go out and lift weights, or we want to go out and work harder, or run, or sleep, or you know, burn energy, or make love to our woman. So again, we have to understand what that is. So again, if I'm not talking about the people who go out there manipulating women and just lie to their wives. I'm talking about people who decide to have a relationship with women because there are women out there who want to be with a man and understand, you know, he is shareable. My man Corey Holcomb said, so you left your husband because he cheated. Only thing you're gonna do is go out there and have a stranger cheat on you. Why leave your husband to go get some new guy? He gonna cheat on you too. You gonna have a stranger cheat on you as well. You know, again, unless he's fighting his urges, and he can ignore that morning wood and that pretty smile, or that woman who's gonna look at him as a king and celebrate him. You know, yeah, you can pass that up. I don't know. I'd rather not. But again, I can control it, and the women that I am with, I can have an appreciation to them. You know, I've been married 16 years, so I can be with one woman. But now that I'm not, I'd rather not play the games. You know, and if I could meet a woman or women who are with my flow, hey, I'm honored. One foot at a time. You know. But yeah, that's my perspective.
I strongly agree, man. I strongly agree. For the same, man. I know you shared that knowledge with me the other day, and it definitely was something just to think about. You know, it's not for everybody.
Not to cut your wisdom, bro. Another wild statistic I learned from what Kevin Samuels says. Before 1965, the Black community around the country was the most married. You had an 85% marriage rate.
Wow.
Before 1965. And after that, Section 8, and they took all the trades out of the schools. The secretary jobs came in, nursery jobs came in, the war was over. And then it was just like, we're going to build projects, but you can't let the men come in. And it was just like a collapse. With Sally Jesse Raphael saying men ain't nothing.
I haven't heard that name in so long.
And it was just, there's some, man, listen, this the same way we having conversations about relationships, this shit is a worldwide, I'll say countrywide thing, because other parts of the country, they you know, Chinese women could be a Chinese woman could be a doctor and her husband could be a tattooist, and she won't treat him like a piece of shit. You know, but for some reason in our community, or even another country, they might even, the husband cheats, they're not going to divorce each other, they're going to work it out. They're going to sit with the grandparents. The grandparents are going to take a shoe off and beat somebody, and then you're going to fix that shit. But out here, they say 80% of the marriages after 1965, 80% were filed by women. So is it because we're cheating? Or what is it really about? So again, I'm not putting no devil sinning on nothing as far as what I do. I'm accountable for myself. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. And I think we have to stop trying to blame religion or God as far as the things we do well or the things we do wrong. You dig?
I agree.
Man. Shit, a lot of shit Kevin Samuels talking about, we talked about months before. We just ain't put it online. But the talks are being had.
Yo, school me real quick, man. I'm sorry to
yes, sir.
the direction we going in. I'll be disconnected from the world, bro. I keep seeing flashes of this cat. What's up with the Kevin Samuels dude in that situation? I don't know anything.
Man, all right. Right now, I think there's a whole bunch of brothers out there that's upset with women, whether they've been in relationships or not, or they just mad at their mothers. But Kevin Samuels he's more the eloquent schooler right now. You heard of Minister Jap?
Definitely heard.
Minister Jap is raw. My boy Kevin Samuels, he barely curses. He threw F-bombs in there, but he is a chessman. Like he's an orator, and he's always styling, and he's into fashion. So women call and they asking for critique, and they throwing all the bullshit out there. Everything that you talk about on your site, as far as like you women trying to set these brothers up because the baby mama and all this other jazz, he is checking them.
Yeah.
He's allowing them to check themselves, basically.
Yeah.
And it's like he's tearing the Band-Aid off right now.
Right.
And there's some women who are loving it, and some women, of course, the ones that don't want to be accountable, man, they don't like it. You try to put that little alcohol pad on, they don't let you do it. They don't want to hear it. And Jap is out there with the super soaker. He's out there. He's out there just spraying everything. But I'll send you a couple of links to his stuff, man.
I seen one clip he did talking to a lady.
But listen, you gotta watch the whole thing.
The reason I say
there's a lot of clips out there. There's a lot of snippets. And the snippets are kind of tailored to make you think of a certain perspective. You really got to see the conversation from the call coming in to the call hanging up, and you'll see it. It'll be a lot more clear. A lot of people don't like to tell the full story. They throw out that part out there when he had to pull out the hot sauce and be like, "All right, you want the spice? I'm gonna give you the spice," and that's where it turns left. But I appreciate his perspective. He has a lot of good jewels. I don't agree with everything,
right?
But I hear what you're saying.
I definitely agree, man. He's definitely, since that video went viral, he made himself a household name now. I knew of him and a couple other cats too that dropped the knowledge and stuff like that. I get another cat that I really subscribe to, and he calls himself the godfather of all of it. And he definitely will have your mind thinking too, as well. But he just, and then it's funny. So I don't know I know you probably been disconnected, but have you heard of Clubhouse, Brother Jay?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you ain't under a rock then. Okay, all right, you ain't that disconnected. He said, "Oh, no." All right, so I'm on Clubhouse, right? And so I got pinged to come invite into a room, and it was femininity. If I said that correctly, I know it's a tongue twister versus feminists.
Yeah, I get tongue tied with it too, man.
You know what I'm saying? Versus feminists. And then so I was sitting there, and I was just in the crowd, just listening. I was just like trying to understand it. I always heard people talk about the feminist movement and the feminist, and I was like, I'm gonna sit back and I'm just, have my earpiece in. I'm just working over here, and the stuff that I heard was, it was very interesting. It was very interesting. Just the demands that they want. They want to throw out the book, throw out order, throw out structure, and be free. The archaic ways, you know what I'm saying? One woman was just basically talking about that, they need more time when they have the baby to be with the kid. I was like, okay. And then one of the gentlemen saying is like, well, in the military, when they sign up, they actually sign something that they can't have a baby, but they do anyway. So should we allow that to be okay? Men only get 2 weeks. Women get 3 months, plus they get postpartum, plus they get extra stuff, plus they get that. We don't get that. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm just hearing the feminists talk, and it was woo, you felt the aggression. As soon as you talk, hey, miss, yes, sir. Yes, it's Janine. So the fact that we talked about history and did I was like, hey, excuse me. I had a question, right?
Yeah, your boy Kevin Sam, you know what he says to women when they get like that? He tells them, yo, put your dick away. Like, yo, calm down. You acting real masculine, lady. Calm down. And yeah. And they calm down.
Man, shoot.
Man,
he would have had a trip on this one, but yeah, the energy was just it was just interesting just to hear more about it. You know what I'm saying? It's to basically, for me, they want us to break the rules and start from scratch and then put them in and have them build with us. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, hey, a lot of those things that you're talking about, Black people didn't do. We didn't put these things in the constitutional rights, making women less than. We didn't do that. But you're coming at me with all that energy, and I'm here in the room just to understand where can I help out at.
What does that got to do with the type of cereal that they eat in the morning? You know what I'm saying? Like
it was definitely interesting.
Some of that shit is so minute, so out of their range, and it's only numbers on the paper. It's nothing that's really affecting them. You know what I'm saying? Some people just complain because somebody has them on a leash. You know, I grew up in the Bronx. They used to sick dogs after shit all the time, and some of these women are just sicked on the community, sicked on Black men, just to kind of having something to attack.
Right.
You know, when you ask them for real facts, where does it affect you? Where do you really see this at? You know, they bring up somebody else's story, and that's when you know it's like, you know, you just gotta pick it. You know, I'm not into marching, man.
And then I see how they I heard this, and then from now tying it back, being into the room is like, that's really I would say the white people's fight. You know what I'm saying? Because there was a white woman and it was a couple, two white ladies and three Black ladies, right? But that energy, you know what I'm saying, fueled over to the Black woman, and they were like, yeah, and certain jobs are not paid the same. What jobs are you talking about?
Man.
They couldn't give me no answer. You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm like, what jobs are not paying the same? You know what I'm saying? Like, when I look at, you know, regular jobs, you know, here or there, if it says $17 an hour, 18, I'm thinking that you probably getting 18. Or if you went in there, you probably didn't ask for the money. But it's just all this rah.
It's just statistics.
Right. So do you think that is hurting the Black community because we are adapting that feminist talk, even though it has nothing to do with us?
When you say what particular part of the feminist talk?
As far as, you know, we need to, you know, break stuff down and things are not right and things are this and we need to have equal jobs and stuff like that, equal pay and everything else like that. I mean, I understand it makes sense, but I didn't make those rules. But I just think that now, you know, the Black community are hearing those buzzwords and then coming in here want to go ahead and say, you know what, this is all messed up. The patriarch, throwing history and throwing facts, but that's not in your profession.
Yo, to keep it a buck with you, man, I was an office manager for like 4 years and I did payroll.
Right.
People checks were the same, man. You know what I'm saying? Some women had to go pick up kids. Some brothers didn't have no kids to pick up. So he worked 3 more hours in the evening. He worked 3 more hours in the morning. His check looked different that way. But as far as the hourly wage, I threw them numbers in there the same. It was no, add this much for females, these kind of benefit plans only give to the men. You know, women need to stop that bullshit, yo. You know what I'm saying? Again, look at your market. Are there more men on your job or more women on your job? You can look at all the industries and equate. When you walk through an office and there's secretaries and all these management rooms, are there men running it or women running it? You know, you go to the hospital. There's a lot more men walking around or women walking around. Which industry is bigger? Are we talking about Domino Pizza? What do we, I don't know, man. It's such a waste of energy. That's why I was asking what part, because there's things going on in our community as far as our women and their health and families and so forth. Yeah, but they don't talk about family. It's not their concern. They talk about the nickel. They talk about working for someone else. Why are we still talking about working for somebody else? Are we really complaining about why?
My point exactly. It's like, well, that's what I'm saying. Is like after I said I went in the room, I just sat there. I was like, I just want to hear. I know we talked about a couple of things in our room. I was like, okay, I don't know nothing about it, but you guys are coming on here saying you guys are the experts. So I just sat there and I just listened. Right. And it's like, well, hold on, that's kind of not fair. All the stuff that you're bringing up, it's not fair. And then I didn't do that. And I think that you should probably go down to your down to your courthouses and legislation, and you should probably strike that with them because I have nothing to do with that.
They really don't even know where to go with that shit. But man, not to go left. Your brother Jay, man, throw something on the grill, man. What's going on in your world, man? What do you see going on out there? Here you got a Twitter going on now. You going into
I bet had it, man. To be honest with you, bro. I don't know what's going on in my world. I know that sounds crazy, but I don't know, man. I am disconnected. I do be disconnected, man. My mom had to tell me it was MLK Day yesterday. Monday? I felt so disrespectful.
Same here. Have you been posting anything you see?
Oh yeah. And that's what I'm talking about. Man, I wanted to give up. I'm like literally, man. I wanted to quit T-Maz, man, because these are revolving door issues, man. And for me, I'm gonna say in my immaturity, I struggle understanding why people can't, like 1 + 1 = 2. You know what I mean? And it's difficult for me. I'm not mature in grace to be like, everything doesn't occur to everybody at the same, time. Even though I know that intellectually, practically, I struggle with that. So I get real frustrated with people and I withdraw real quick. But I'm just listening to the brother talk. Like I don't know. The sisters have these issues. Okay, well, what do you want? What do we do about this? If you feel you're being treated unfairly and you have a just argument, I do believe there are systemic things that keep women marginalized. I believe that. And as a man who I love people and, my ministry goes through men to people, I will go, what do we do? So we don't know what to do, right? So my brother, he said, yo, man, go to such and such. Okay, cool. My brother, he legit. So I'm going to go down here with you. Like, if this is legit, I'm rocking with you, sis. I don't care, black, white, green, you a woman. Let's talk women issues. If it's legit, I'm rocking with you because people should be across the board, right? So I'm just really simple. And my issue is going to be, like I say, I struggle with hypocrisy. 1 + 1 = 2. You want me to be compassionate and concerned and involved in resolving the issues that you have in the world. Okay, so we do that. So line your issues up, write them all on the board, and that's all I'm going to focus my life on until they're resolved. Cool. Okay, you good now, sis? We did that for 30 years. I'm just being hypothetical here. Right. You good, right? That was all your issues. Yes, cool. All right. Hey, go enjoy yourself. I'm going to come back next week if you have some time because I have some issues that men face that I want you to, help us with too. And that's when they throw up their hands. And then that's when the energy comes that my brother was talking about. And it's like, hold up. I just literally out of genuine compassion and love invested myself. Like, I didn't do that for no reward. I didn't even do it so I could later say, hey, it's my turn now. I just held off my turn because I know if I try to go first, you're not going to be as gracious as me. You're going to overtalk me and always divert the conversation back to you. So in my mind, I'm just logically thinking 1 + 1 = 2. If you see me invest in myself with genuine love and compassion into your issues, when all of your issues are resolved, 1 + 1 = 2, it should be simple for you to come over here and invest yourself in mine. And that's not what happens. So, I mean, my problem with the world, with women, with politics, with racist white supremacists, with racists, I forgot what I call my brothers from the black nationalism or whatever. Like, all of us have our personal biases and very few of us are willing to step outside of them for the greater good of mankind. That bothers me because my people group is humanity, like genuinely, literally. If I'm in a room with God and he has to take my heart and declare it to the world, he will tell you, my people group is humanity. I don't have special interest groups. And I understand that people do. I don't have a problem with that until your special interest collides with your bias. So if this is wrong for you, then why is it not wrong for everybody else? If it's right for you, why is it right for everybody else? So when you ask me what's going on in my world, that's the hamster wheel of thought pattern. I mean, whatever the conversation is, I'm looking at my sisters now. Yesterday they were celebrating, you mentioned Twitter, yesterday they were celebrating Kamala Harris, and I was celebrating with them, even though I have my reservations and healthy skepticism. Still, we're gonna get the healthy fruit the juice out of the fruit. So that's inspirational for generations of young Black girls and generations of women, period, right? Cool. So you celebrate Kamala Harris yesterday, power to the fist, and then I don't know if y'all seen it, there's this picture of Michelle Obama, you know, her and Barack, they super cool. So I guess she did the pound and shouted, you know, Kamala out, and they got the pictures of them side by side when, you know, Michelle shouted her out and Kamila's reaction.
Right.
And the Black women are putting it together, making memes saying this is how it should always be, sister, sister. And then I go on Twitter today and I'm perplexed, but not surprised, because there's this other young hip hop artist named Danny Lee. I always say her name wrong. They're dragging her. Like they're literally tearing her apart because she made a song, I think it was called Light Bright or something. And basically she just celebrated.
I saw that.
And they're dragging her. And I told my brother, I said, well, I thought it was like, not even yesterday, because this sister thing from the inauguration is carried over into the day. So how is it sister now, but all of a sudden y'all have gathered together to it? Black men ain't got nothing to do with that. That's y'all against y'all. So then I answered my own question and I said, I know what their argument is gonna be. They're going to say, well, Danny isn't Black. But therefore, there goes the hypocrisy again, because excuse me, Kamala Harris is what? So how is it cool to attach celebration for a Black woman who's not fully Black over here, but y'all want to drag this woman on the foundation that she's not Black? So once again, brother, when you ask me what's going on in my world, it's just a constant cycle of, aside from like, you know, the self-assessment and battling my own demons and brokenness, that should go without saying. It's just a constant hypocrisy. And it seems like it's coming from everybody, bro. Me included. I'm not taking myself out of the equation, but it bothers me. And most people don't seem bothered by it.
I feel you, brother. Thank you. You know what? I appreciate you for bringing it up. I was actually worried about you, man. You know, I was saying,
I'm
brother,
good, baby. You gonna let anything happen to me? Oh, hell no, I'm good, baby. I just be hiding, man. But I appreciate that love and concern, though, man. I'm good. I'm in Miami, Florida, man. You don't know my background different?
No, man.
No, I wasn't actually going off the background, you know what I'm saying? But just generally speaking to you, because, you know, we had these conversations, you know what I'm saying? We're in the chat, and then, you know, we're trying to jump on. I'm just like looking, and, you know, it was like a hang up. I don't see your communication, you know what I'm saying, through our chat, you know what I'm saying? But then again, I see you post on Twitter, so I was just kind of confused, you know, saying like where you actually stand, where you stood at. You know what I'm saying? Do you want to jump in, hit this? Do you not want to jump in? Because when you actually lit the fire and challenge me, you know what I'm saying? I say, you know, you're right. Because you say, you know what? We having these conversations offline, you know what I'm saying? And not putting out there to the world like we scared out here. And you know what? You're absolutely right. We started streaming it. We started casting it. I went ahead and got my my channel going. I started doing more interviews. I'm at least about at least about 6 in, starting from the first of the year. You know what I'm saying? And I felt that because, you know what I'm saying, what you was talking about. It's just like, man, my man Jay was right. We got to make a stand. We got to do something. We can't just continue to have these conversations, you know what I'm saying, offline and hide them and not make it seem like, you know, there are educated Black men out here trying to make a difference, trying to make a change in the world.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell y'all this about me, bro. My bad. I'm gonna chill out, but let me tell y'all this about me, man. I think it starts with yourself, and that's part of my brokenness, man. Like for the last 20 years, man, that's not personal about anybody. Like that's literally part of my character flow. I told y'all I get frustrated with the world and I just retreat, bro. It's just the bottom line. And it's not right. I understand and I recognize that it's something not right. But dude, my dad, my mom, everybody will tell you. The people who see closely, I mean, like we all have our inner circles, they understand. I just tell them I'm going to the hole. Like when I first started doing it, they would get worried too. But now they just understand it and they still challenge me. And it's just something I'm battling with in my character, man, because you're right. I can't say that to you or anybody else and then turn around and retreat. But that's honestly what I've been doing for like the last 20 years of my life. So when you say you've been concerned about me, I appreciate that. I'm good. I just really struggle with the same mental health demons. Like I feel like most people do. We're just not aware of it. You know what I mean? So, but it's beautiful to have brothers and sisters and people who are genuinely concerned about you. So I appreciate that.
Right. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I was just a little worried, man. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I feel like we was building something, we was going good. And, you know, I just didn't hear from you, but I'm seeing, I just like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But I definitely praying for you. I'm glad that you're back. And, you know, just if you're going through that, like we all go through that, hey man, can you just, you know, let us know too?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I told. Hold on. Before you say that, I was like, "Yo, my man's pulling the Kyrie Irving right now on me." I told him that too. I said, "Hey, yo, he's pulling the Kyrie Irving. All he had to say is like, yo, I'm going through some mental issues. Cool. We're not going to check you. We're not going to say you less than a man. Nothing. That is okay. The platform is open. Someone ripped the seal off, and you cannot attack no one when they say mental health. Cool. Hey, got you, bro."
Nah, that's no excuse though, bro. I can only speak for me. That's no excuse because like something I've been doing and people have been challenging me on for like 20. My baby, when you gonna go to the studio, my brother got my best friend, full-fledged studio set up last 3 years, man. Come over here and do your podcast. So I'm not gonna belabor the point, man. But you're right. I recognize my wrong, but I would be lying if I said, okay, I know what's wrong, so I'm gonna fix it. That's just a battle that I have. You know what I mean? I guarantee you, if you know me, bro, unfortunately, you'll probably see it again. But you're right. I have to do better. Just like Kyrie. Like everybody was just saying, bro, all you had to do is let us know. You know what I'm saying? So
that's all I'm saying. I don't know if you can see right here. Here's the channel. There are all the interviews I've been doing so far.
Go ahead and subscribe. I think I'm already subscribed to your YouTube though, or maybe just
Twitter. Well, send me that link, yo. Send me that link.
So I've been doing them, and this right here is going to go under 2. And so one thing that I've been working on is I don't want men to get the wrong information and go out there. I don't want men, because we're at war right now, right? Yeah. I look at this, we're at war. And I don't want you to take time at your busy schedule to come in here to hear men talk and you leave with nothing and you got to go back out to war and you have nothing to defend yourself. You don't know about emotional intelligence. You don't know how to communicate. You don't know how to use your words. And then out there, they're going to eat your ass up.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? That's why with the stuff that we ask, I say, hey, can you go ahead and give examples? Because I don't want men to be like, man, I listened to Jay. Jay said it's cool to do that. Brother Zire said I can get down with the polygamy and get the 2 or 3. But it's like, yes, but there has to be instructions to it. You can't just run out the free. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I was just like, man, what's up with this dude Jay? You know, I was like, what's going on with this cat, man? This dude, I'm peeping him. He read a message, then he just disappeared. Then he read a message.
Read messages on what? Messenger?
On the book. Yeah, on the book, on Facebook. Yeah, Messenger.
Oh, bro, when I read y'all messages, I reply, man. If you see me open your message or whatever, it's probably like a pocket dial or something. Like right now it's on and I put it in my pocket. But if I read messages, I reply. But I really don't. Nothing I can say right now is going to change the fact that you're writing out. Oh, y'all apologize.
No, it's all cool, man. I'm just saying, like, you know, just, like I said, we're all working through these things. You know what I'm saying? Open communication, right. Dialogue. Like I said, we have bad mentors.
That's a fact.
So imagine if we got this way back when. You know what I'm saying? Hey, when a man, you're going through something, this is how you let a man know you're going through something. Hey, brother, Jay, love you. Zire, I love you. I'm going through some stuff. I'm going to take a hiatus, but just know I'm here with y'all. Imagine if the world knew that.
Yeah, that's a grown man.
Hey, man, you know, the thing that you said to me, I really wasn't feeling that you said, man. And I just want to let you know that I can't rock with you like that. Oh, cool. That will clear up a lot of the fog and the ego talking. It's like, I don't want to express my feeling because I want to seem like I'm a punk. I'm like, well, it's a punk if you don't express yourself.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? It's part of manhood to go ahead and to correct something. If something is out of line, you put it in order, because when you have order, you know, someone told me this the other day, when you have order, you have peace, you have happiness. When you have order.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I was just like, boom, it blew my mind. You know what I'm saying? But except the way I was raised, I was a slave to my penis. You was told, hey, you don't turn nothing down but your collar, youngster. And you out here hitting everything, you know what I'm saying, that you shouldn't be hitting. Even the ones that you're texting at 3 a.m, knowing the fact that you won't be seeing a supermarket with her. You know what I'm saying? You know, you hit that. No, I ain't hit that. Damn, I did hit that, dog. You know what I'm saying? I did hit it. But see, man, she was only one up at 4 a.m. No, fool. That means you're supposed to be asleep.
Or working.
Oh, working. That's it. You don't, if it's past a certain time, oh, you know, my booty pick up, that's it. You don't, man, I need to get this out. And I bring that up because I know a young fella, right? We were supposed to do some music. I went and picked them up. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting out there. Okay, I'll be there in a second, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I went and scooped them up. We were supposed to do some music, and I'm sitting. He's like, waiting for my baby mom to come. You know what I'm saying? Bring my clothes. And so I'm sitting in the front. I'm smoking a cigar. You know what I'm saying? I'm just seeing these two women walk down the street. Now, I'm not going to, please, I'm trying to explain this as best as possible. I just feel that when he told me his child's mother, the woman that he chose to lay his legacy in, was going to be a different type of woman. She's walking down the street with a plastic bag with his clothes, saying, I just went and washed your clothes. And she was not what I thought would have been his woman. Put it like that. It was just like you, and I asked him what happened. And it was that same scenario. Man, I just need some, and I was up late, and he just went. I said, brother, you should have went to sleep, or you should have kept working on your music, brother. But instead, you was a slave to your penis, and you had to get some. And
a slave to the penis.
You're a slave, because you letting that control you. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta outsmart your wood, man. You gotta outsmart your wood. It's sometimes it can be a chess game, but you can't outsmart it, You know.
You saying you can't?
You can. I'm talking about your own manhood. You
Yeah.
Discipline or what,
Oh yeah, for real. You know what I'm saying? I just think that, we have to, I think that comes with maturity and good mentorship and someone to go ahead and let you know the real. You know what I'm saying? And so I was all hyped because when in the group, I was on Clubhouse. Go ahead and follow me on Clubhouse, Stu Thurston M. Smith. I was on Clubhouse and I was talking to these men, and it really hurt me that when they want our honest opinion and they're asking for how do you fight the demons when you're in a committed relationship, and the answer and the response is like, my God wouldn't do that. God holds me accountable. God is the one. And everybody's clapping. Oh, I know. Tell him. Come on, drop the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? He ain't worthy. But how does that help the younger generation, and for the men that are struggling with that? That's not an actionable item.
That's not an actionable item, man. And once again, I don't want to be down talking people who are subscribing to whatever God. The only faith that I'm like schooled in, learned in is Christianity. I know bits and pieces about other things, but I can speak with Christianity. The Bible would not be okay with you just telling somebody that. You're right. You got to get them actionable and practical answers. But let's be real, especially in our community, and I want to be gracious here. We've been through so much, especially early on in our history in this country. We literally were reaching for anything just to give us strength to get through the day. And I'm saying that, so how that happened with Christianity, I think, is obviously we were fed, I call it slave master's translation, because if you read through the Bible, clearly you'd have seen that the Bible never would have co-signed all the foolishness that was happening. But we took it and we turned it in. We did the same thing they did. We just did the black version of it. We did the same thing the slave masters did. We took the Bible, and instead of translating it and sharing what the Bible said to the world, we just picked bits and pieces of it. And now we got Jesus out here looking like fools. But if you study the Bible actually agrees with you. God would never tell anybody struggling through what we call sin, hey man, just pray. Just no, the Bible gives you actionable solutions to whatever problem you're facing. So but then you go in these churches and it's just like pray. The pastor gonna lay hands on you. You're gonna fall out on the floor. They're gonna put a sheet on you, wake up, and everything gonna be okay. I want to be gracious to them because it's not like at this point you got to wake up yourself. But at the same time, when I trace that all the way back to probably our early history, I could see that being at some point we were just reaching through anything to get through the day. It literally could have been Buddhism or whatever. At some point we was trying to get through the day and we got misled, and now we make, unfortunately, the faith that I love look crazy. But I just want to reiterate, brother, you said two things about, how you see things, and I can open the Bible right now on my app and show you the Bible absolutely agrees with you, sir.
Thank you, man. You threw me out there. You want to go ahead, put the hands on, put the cloth on you.
I mean, I've seen it all, bro. I've seen it all. I mean, and not just us. Like, I'll talk about it honestly like anything else. Evangelical Christians, the learned Christians, the ones who can go to the Bible, we call them evangelical white Christians. They got another problem in reverse because they make Jesus look bad because we talk all this Jesus talk, but then when it's time to stand up to these obvious issues we have in this country with systematic injustice and racism, they make, excuses for it. And it's like, no, we can't. No, we got to handle this how this book said. We can't handle it how, and the book don't agree with that either. So we got some problems, man. I hate to bring it back to field, but we got some problems, man. But I just want to reiterate, Christianity so far with what you're saying, the Bible, God, the God of the Bible literally agrees with you. There are scriptures that literally say the things that you're saying. They don't just say get the oil on your head. They don't just say but that's not what the scriptures say, bro. It really doesn't. So.
Hey, let me ask you, what do the ministers say, or the people in the church say when you bring those issues to them and they give you the answer that you don't like, as far as, I guess, the biblical answer, but it's not really being accountable for the injustices that you're mentioning? Like, what are their responses to you when you tell them that's not a good enough response? What's the follow-up behind that?
So it's like any issue, bro. I mean, it's like, I'm sorry, not any issue. It's like any family, man. You got the reasonable people in there, and then you got the people that is just committed to their point, no matter how pointless it is. You know what I mean? And we grow together. We don't say, I asked a question in Black Men's Haven, the group I created for Black men. I said, do we now get to silence the voices of, those certain of people among us because we don't agree with their love for Trump? Like, are they suddenly not Black enough because they vote for Trump? And I don't agree with that. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing with Christianity, because Christianity looks like something, and God can see your heart and tell whether you're a Christian, but the only way we're going to know if you're a Christian is because of how you live your life. You know what I mean? So we're looking for fruit of Christianity. And so I'm not going to say somebody isn't a Christian or excommunicate them, or they should be excommunicated because they're off in certain areas, even very grievous areas. I'm going to say I want to sit down and talk to my brothers and sisters like they've at times had to sit down and talk to me. And if their hearts show the fruit of Christianity, but they're off right here, then at the end of the day, I got to let God be God. Like, I got to let you be the man in your house. You may bring me an issue and say, I may bring you an issue and say, bro, I love you, man. I seen you was interacting with your wife or your kids like this, and I want to suggest something to you, right? You may be receptive of it, or you may be like, yo, bro, stay in your lane, right? But if we friends and we brothers, we're not going to stop being friends and brothers if we truly friends and brothers. So that's how, we have those tough conversations in the church, man. People leave churches because of these things and go to other churches. It's just like family, man. I will tell you this, though. Christianity, I'm going to say Islam, too. And those are the only two, maybe in my bias, those are the only two I can think of. But it's just like the world does those two faiths just like America does us as Blacks, right? Like, there are wonderful Black people out here. But when you see us on the TV, what are you going to see?
Foolery.
You see what I'm saying? And they do the same thing with Christianity. Like, they're down to earth Christians. I'm talking about dudes who, they ain't even got to open the Bible. They can talk Christianity to you through documented, first century manhood. You know what I mean? We ain't got to even open the Bible. We ain't got to talk the faith element of it. We can walk you through the scriptures, not trying to get you to agree, but tell you this is what we believe because of what is documented in human history. And you got those who going to say, hey, man, if you just drink this glass, they'd be on TV at 1 o'clock in the morning. I got this juice. I'm going to send it to you. And what the world does is say, oh, that's Christianity right there. And it's like, nah, bro, that's either a bad replica or an unlearned version of it. Like, but no, we got dudes that you would absolutely love, women that you would absolutely love, but they're not going to put them on the forefront because remember, the goal is to make us look like they make Black people look on TV. So,
thank you, Brother Jay. Man, it's so good to have you back, brother.
I thank y'all, man.
I thank you, brother. It's so good to have you back. I might have to jump off You know what I'm saying? But hopefully we can, you know, pick back up and jump into a routine, you know, and I make sure to bring some topics and we can get, you know, I think it's very good to have because you don't have just one person talking from one standpoint. Obviously, you know, you standing on your Christianity. I'm standing on my you know, on mine, my spiritual beliefs. We got my brother Zire with, you know, his spiritual beliefs. You know what I'm saying? He and I told him about, I had to use your analogy, man. You know, when they talked about, you know, what is my belief? I said, hey, my OG told me I'm just going to the smorgasbord. I stopped over here. I got the 2 muffins from this one. I went more down the line. I got a scoop of this one. You know, I stopped over here and asked the question, and you know what? That sounded good. So I took a scoop of that just to see what it really was. And now I'm just sitting here with this plate of knowledge of thousands of years of people that went on this journey, and I'm just enjoying it, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I'm just enjoying my feast. I'm just eating the bread from here. Oh, this came from where? I'm eating that. Hinduism, Buddhism, Taoism, all that. I'm just loving it all. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to leave with that, but I do appreciate y'all. You know, the stuff that we talk about is so powerful. You know, I don't want to let you guys know, I just want to let you guys know that the stuff that we talk about here definitely doesn't fall on deaf ears.
that's a fact.
So I love you guys. You in the chat. Jay, hopefully I'm right here, brother. Let me know. Just drop in the chat, man. Hey, y'all be good, bro.
For sure. All right, man. Good to see you, King.
Likewise.